Frederick Douglass, born enslaved, but he taught himself to read. This is Burden of History, where truth isn't just told, it's restored. Still watching? Go on, hit that subscribe or follow button. Frederick Douglass was born into slavery around 1818 in Maryland. No birth certificate, no birthday, no last name. He was taken from his mother as a baby, raised by people who saw him as property. His father was likely a white enslaver, but that gave him no protection, just more pain. At 8 years old, he was sent to live in Baltimore, where something happened that changed everything. His enslaver's wife, Sophia Auld, started teaching him the alphabet. She had never owned a person before. She didn't know the rules. But her husband did. When he caught her teaching Frederick to read, he snapped. "If you teach that N-word to read," he said, "it will forever unfit him to be a slave." That sentence cracked the whole system wide open. Douglass later wrote, "From that moment I understood the pathway from slavery to freedom." So he taught himself. He studied signs on buildings, letters carved in wood. He traded food for reading lessons from poor white children. He copied words from discarded books. He used chalk to practice on fences and brick walls. He read the Bible, not for salvation, but for resistance. And here's the part schools usually skip. Frederick Douglass didn't just learn how to read, he learned how to decode the lies that held slavery together. He realized that literacy wasn't just about letters, it was about power. Power to question, power to resist, power to imagine something that didn't yet exist, freedom. And as his vocabulary grew, so did his anger. He read speeches about liberty written by white men who owned slaves. He read religious texts used to justify slavery and saw how twisted that logic was. And he realized that if enslaved people could read, they could think. And if they could think, they might stop obeying. That's what they feared. Not books, not alphabets. They feared what happens when a human being knows they're more than property. That fear built an entire system. And Douglass, just a teenager, was already unraveling it, one word at a time. And the more he read, the more dangerous he became. He wasn't supposed to learn anything, but he learned everything, including the truth that knowledge was power. They tried to keep him ignorant. They tried to keep him silent. He became a writer. They tried to keep him enslaved. He rewrote his future. Frederick Douglass didn't just escape slavery. He dismantled it, one word at a time.